Let's talk now to our international affairs commentator, Douglas Herbert. Douglas, the German Foreign Minister insists that it's very important for all sides to keep talking, but she's part of a coalition government that is very much divided when it comes to relations with Moscow. Can Germany, Europe's biggest power, in fact speak in one voice to Putin?
Well, if it can, Annette, it isn't doing so yet. Germany is absolutely in search of a Russia policy. They do not have a coherent position vis-a-vis Russia right now. You have the Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, who is Annalena Baerbock's boss, and the one who ultimately calls the shots. He's at the head. He's a social democrat at the head of a divided coalition. He is really sort of trying to take a cue from the Angela Merkel playbook. Angela Merkel wasn't exactly a soft touch with Putin, but she took a very conciliatory approach to Russia, and one which often riled a lot of other people in Europe and the U.S. and beyond, seeing it as being too conciliatory towards Russia as it became more and more aggressive on the world stage from their perspective. So Olaf Scholz basically, perhaps the biggest thing dividing him from his foreign minister, where they really diverge, is on the key issue of this Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline. It's a pipeline that runs from Russia to Germany, notably circumventing Ukraine, depriving it of potential transit revenues. It's done. It's finished, an underwater cable, and it's a pipeline which is ready to go. It's awaiting certification from European regulators, German regulators, and the European Commission. And Annalena Baerbock basically has been very clear. She's a member of the Green Party. She's very much opposed to the Nord Stream 2 project, doesn't want Russia to be able to potentially use energy as a weapon. Some say it already is weaponizing energy. And she does not want to give the go-ahead. She does not think that this should go online, especially in the case if Russia were to invade or take aggressive action against Ukraine. And the Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, just the opposite. He and others in his party, the Social Democratic Party, do not want Nord Stream 2 pipeline to be dragged into what he sees as a separate set of geopolitical issues around Germany and Russia. He doesn't want it to interfere with their relationship. So it's a real division. Ultimately, Scholz is the boss, but Baerbock has to do the negotiating today with Lavrov. It's a very difficult balancing act.
Now, Baerbock will be meeting with one of the world's most seasoned diplomats, the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Any chance that these two will have a meeting of the minds?
Well, any chance, that's, a lot to say. Yes, there's always a remote chance, but not a big meeting of the minds, Annette. They have divergent worldviews, the German foreign minister and the Russian foreign minister. Let's not forget Sergei Lavrov. You use the word seasoned diplomat. He's not just that. He's also been at Vladimir Putin's side, his henchman, if you will, his diplomatic henchman during the entire 20 plus years on and off, give a few years, of Putin's time in power. Look, what can Baerbock do? She has no illusions that there's going to be any breakthrough. She's been trying to downplay talk of a breakthrough, but she insists, as you said, that talk and dialogue is necessary, even when your interlocutor, the person on the other side of the table, has an absolutely 180-degree opposite view from yours. Talk, and talk more. Here's the deal. She's going to try to revive, or at least put it back on the table, the so-called Normandy format talks. You might remember those were the original talks involving Germany and France and Ukraine and Russia, which were aimed, at least initially, at de-escalating the war in eastern Ukraine. They have come to naught so far, and actually the last ones that were held were in Paris in 2019. So we've had almost 3 years of absence of those talks. Just getting those talks going again would be a minor diplomatic breakthrough in a week and in a period between Russia and the West where there have been few, if any, breakthroughs in their relationship. They're really a nadir. So see if she can come away with at least that today. It will be a small victory.
Douglas Herbert, thank you as always.